Major economic development transactions between the U.S. and Russia.
The peace is respected. Our assistance may include other capacity building, perhaps for the military partners. This week, we've shared this information with other European countries, and we are ready and willing to provide those security.
We're helping Ukraine like nobody's ever helped Ukraine before. And I can say this, if I didn't become president, Ukraine would right now still be at a level where there would be no even thinking about a peace. And it's a sad thing that this happened. This would have never happened, this war, if I were president. Zero chance. And
about this just a moment ago. This is exactly what we want to do. We want to build peace with you.
And I will say this also. It could lead to World War III if it's not solved. You know, there'll be a point at which it's not going to stop at those two countries. Already there's such involvement from other countries. And it could really lead to a very big war, World War III. And we're not going to let that happen either. He's a smart customer, I will tell you that. European troops may go into Ukraine as peacemakers. So when the agreement is done, they can watch that everything is followed properly. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And I will be meeting with President Zelensky. In fact, he may come in this week or next week to sign the agreement, and which would be nice. I'd love to meet him. Would meet at the Oval Office. So the agreement's being worked on now. They're very close to a final deal. It'll be a deal with rare earths and various other things, and he would like to come, as I understand it, here to sign it, and that would be great with me. That is the most beautiful language.
Despite friendly rapport, U.S. President Donald Trump and visiting French President Emmanuel Macron showed some stark differences Monday when it came to the war on Ukraine. Macron is the first European leader to visit the White House in Trump's second term. His visit also fell on the 3-year anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022, and came as alarm grows in Europe over Trump's hardening stance toward Ukraine and overtures to Moscow. Speaking on Monday, Trump refused to call Russian President Vladimir Putin a dictator, while Macron made clear Putin had violated the peace.
This war costed all of us a lot of money. And this is the responsibility of Russia, because the aggressor is Russia.
At one point during their Oval Office meeting, Macron corrected the U.S. president's claim that Europe had delivered all of its aid to Ukraine as loans.
Europe is loaning the money to Ukraine. They get their money back.
No, in fact, to be frank, we paid 60% of the total effort, and it was through, like the U.S., loans, guarantee, grants, and we provided real money, to be clear.
Trump expressed a desire for a ceasefire as quickly as possible and said he was trying to arrange one between Ukraine and Russia. He also said he could go to Moscow to meet Putin once a deal is reached. Macron, on the other hand, urged a more deliberate approach, starting with a truce and then a peace